This is Country Music News International. My name's Nigel Sharpe. I'm speaking to Danny Burns, who's way over the other side of the big pond, who you might be able to gather already from the tone of his voice is not originally from the USA. He's a man from the Emerald Isle itself. I can still hear the brogue in your voice, Danny.
Yeah, I usually joke around on gigs at shows. I'll say to the audience here when we're playing out in gigs in America, I'll say, you guys all thought I was from New Jersey. I'm sure you thought I was from New Jersey or somewhere, you know. But we always get a bit of a chuckle. No, I'm from Donegal, up in the northwest of Ireland. I've been in America 20 plus years.
Yeah.
But yeah, you know what, you're always around your fellow countrymen as well. So the accent hasn't really left me because there's so many Irish out this way as well, you know. So
you mentioned Steve Earle there. I really enjoyed watching and listening to the Mercenary video. How did you hook up with Steve? I mean, he's definitely one of my all-time heroes.
Yeah, Steve's one of my favorite songwriters, guitar guys. We released a record called North Country back in 2019, and I was playing the City Winery. We had a album record release at a place in DC called the City Winery. Steve was playing the following night, and he'd asked would I open the show. Steve had heard a song that I had written and I had recorded with Tiff Merritt, a song called Human Heart, and he really liked it. And he asked would I open on the following night. So of course I said yes. So I did a solo opener for him, and it was obviously a full house packed, and that went well and got good feedback. And then we just kept in touch. So then on the next record, when I started working on this next record, Mercenary song, I fell in love with that song from watching the Townes Van Zandt documentary Heartworn Highway many years ago. And I always there was a little clip of Steve when he was 19 singing it at like a house party, Guy Clark's. So I loved the tune, and then kind of worked out my own arrangement. In my mind, I kind of had an idea of like an Irish guy and a Tex-Mex guy kind of that era hanging out, and theme of the song that he's written. Anyway, I talked to Steve about it. I said I was going to record it. He says, cool. Okay. When you get it further along, send it over. And I asked him, would he maybe take a verse, sing a chorus, maybe play some on it. So we tracked it. I got Chris Masterson played Barry Telly on it from the Dukes, from Steve's band. We got Michael Guerrero, who is the accordion player with the Mavericks from San Antonio, Texas, who did the Tex-Mex accordion. Steve heard that stuff and just loved it. And then he said he'd play some bouzouki on it, but try to go for this Baja Sexta kind of thing, this mariachi kind of thing. So yeah, we did all that, got all the pieces in place, got it mixed. I sent it over to him. I think I sent him two or three mixes, different options, and he picked the one that we had picked. So we were all happy with that mix, got it mastered, and so on and so forth. So then, then we put that out in the record, and then he was real happy with it and very proud of it. That the way I'd cut it, I'd kind of stuck an instrumental Irish tune into the middle parts. Colin Farrell from the band Lunas, my buddy, he lives down in Orlando, Florida. He's originally from Manchester in England. So he added a fiddle part, and then kind of the best compliment Steve gave me was I should have done it like that when I cut it years and years ago. So that was good to hear from him. And so we're actually still I have a new bluegrass record. I've tracked it. I'm working on the vocals at the moment, and Steve's gonna guest again on another tune on that. So that's kind of cool too.
That's a good story. And he's not, of course, the only person you've done some serious kind of collaboration with. I mean, people like Dan Taminski, Jerry Douglas. I mean, how did you get sort of in contact with these people and get together to actually record stuff as well?
I started working on North Country over at Gary Pachosa's studio in Nashville, which would be Alison Krause's old house / studio.
Yeah.
We tracked acoustic and vocals over there. I love that studio. Gary's an amazing engineer, mixer, record producer. So I kind of started that project over there, and then it evolved. I got to meet lots of people that way. But then I was also, would have been touring. I was opening for Jerry Douglas. I was opening for Ursula Lester. I was opening for Sam Bush, Tim O'Brien, and that when I'd be out opening on these shows, I got to know these people, and I'd say, hey, I'm working on a record. And that record, North Country, took a long time. I think I started North Country in 2015, and I didn't get it out till 2019.
Mm-hmm.
So one of the first collaborations, as I mentioned before, there was a song I wrote that I was doing an Everly Brothers tribute with Teddy Thompson up in the City Winery in New York City.
Oh, right.
And I ran into Tiff Merritt on that show, and I asked her, would she sing on this song, Human Heart? And that was kind of the beginning. And then I was also, at the same time as I was working on that, I was working on some tunes with Tim O'Brien down at the Butcher Shop, which would have been John Pryn's old studio, Fergie's place, which is gone now. So that just, I was kind of simultaneously doing sessions. And then, things were coming together. I kind of had decided that I didn't really want to hire session players as such. I preferred, and not that I have anything against the session player, but I was specifically going after specific personalities, whether it was Tim O'Brien's fiddle playing, his mandolin playing, or singing. So that kind of became a theme for me when I was trying to track stuff. And it would be the same, like Dan Taminski played guitar on a song on the last record. He did the end. We both played guitar. I sent it to him, and I kind of demoed a riff, an opening riff, and I knew he would do it better. I sent him a little recorded thing on the phone. I said I was thinking something like this, and then he sends back. He goes, "Well, I didn't really go that way, but I went this way. Tell me what you think." So then he did the opening riff to a song called "Trouble," which also features Jerry Douglas and Aubrey Sellers, and Eamon McLaughlin on fiddle, Matt Menifee on banjo and mando, Byron House on bass, Josh Day on drums. Yeah.
Well, it makes a difference. I think you can hear the difference in the album. I mean, from all the things that I've listened to, it's musically very strong, and those personalities really contribute to the overall sound. I mean, you also had, you're duetting with Sarah. I think, is it Jarosz?
Yeah.
Is that how you pronounce that?
Sarah Jarosz.
Jarosz. Okay.
Yeah. Again, Sarah. I've been a big fan of Sarah's for a long time. She obviously her producer for a long time was Gary Pachosa. She would have recorded over at that studio that I was referring to earlier a lot. We were doing the North Country tour, and Jeff Picker was playing with me on upright bass. Jeff would be Sarah's fiance. So she came out to our show in New York at the City Winery in New York City, and we got chatting, and then I kind of mentioned that I had a song that I thought she'd be great on.
Talking about traveling around, another video I was watching, and that was Trouble. I particularly like that one. And that was filmed in Mexico. So how did that come about? And you were showing off some pretty slick dance moves in that video as well.
We did that. We shot that down in Puerto Morelos, down in Mexico, just about 20 minutes south of Cancun. Myself and the family were down there for kind of riding out the pandemic for a while when there was no gigs, nothing to be doing really. So Ethan from the record label came down, and we shot some video. That was on a baseball field in Puerto Morelos, and then we shot another video while he was down for Hurricane, which we kind of did out on a boat. He rented a boat for the day, and we went out and had a bit of fun on the boat, and got a drone up in the air, and I think he lost one drone. So one drone got lost in the water. But we shot some nice videos down there. It was lovely to be down there trying to make the best out of the pandemic,
So how have all these videos done? I mean, I saw that you can watch these now on CMT.
We love CMT, Leslie Fram and all the team over there. They're great. So always very supportive.
Anyway, I'm just looking at my clock, and I think we're going to wrap this up. Anyway,
Very
Danny,
good.
it's been really nice speaking to you. And, thanks so much for taking the time to talk to us. We do appreciate it. And
Thank
as
you
I
very
say
much
to
for having me.
everybody, we miss you guys over here. We're just really, really, really hoping that we can get, a whole bunch of USA-based artists back over here touring.
Yeah.
You really notice that there's this big hole in the whole kind of music scene.
Yeah.
Anyway, on that note,
Yeah.
I wish you all the very best for the future. Love to your family and all that stuff, and stay safe, stay healthy.
Yes,
And
sir.
thanks
All the best.
again, and bye.
Bye-bye.